Hello, today I would like to present you this vintage analog steel camera made by Soviet Russian company. As you can see, it is delivered in that nice pouch that's got that hard protection for your lens. And the negative thing is it is made out of fake leather, so it doesn't scream a good quality. On bottom we've got mount for tripod, which is a plus, because you do not have to remove your camera completely, you just remove the top part. And of course you've got a neck mounting point. So let's undo it and reveal our camera. So you nicely go like that. To give us better look, I will undo screw on bottom and take it out completely. But for normal operation and taking pictures, you can have the down part attached. Just take a look how beautiful it presents after so many years. As you can see, carrying inside that pouch give a decent job. Here we've got the model number. On front we've got the M42 mount lens that is called Helios 44-2, absolutely one of the best lenses you can purchase, and it was definitely worth to just grab it. But it is a standard M42 thread, and that's mean you can swap it out pretty easily for a different lens. So if you would like to make an upgrade, then you've got absolutely no problem in doing that. You just screw it like that. Just take a look. You can make a swap if you decide to. The Helios 42 was a standard issue for that camera, so most likely you are going to see them in that configuration. Here we've got pretty interesting part. We've got like a selenium PV cell that is going to be used for metering amount of light and adjusting your shutter speed. Absolutely beautiful design. Here on front we've got connector for hooking up flash unit, and this device can operate both with electronic flash and electric flash that is single use and it's going to be burned. Here we've got a selfie timer, so if you are going to forward the movie and you are going to make it ready for release, then you can go like this. You can press the selfie timer and the device is going to take picture as the time go off. Just take a look. And it would take a picture. On bottom we've got a tripod mount. On back we've got absolutely beautiful viewfinder that you are going to be using for composing your picture. And we've got a lever that is going to be used for advancing, moving and cranking the shutter. So you are going to forward it like that with your finger and then release. And you've got that element that is going to prevent from any damage, like a rubber piece. Here you've got device for counting how many pictures you took, and the roll is taking 36 pictures. Here you've got a small arrow, and that arrow is pointing, so right now we've got like a 31 pictures taken. When you first time mount your film and you are advance it 2 times, then you grab that groove and you set it to 0, just like that. And the next time, each time where you are going to advance the film, it's going to automatically move 1 up. Each time you advance, it's going to be counting, and when you go to 36, then you know that you use your whole film. On top you've got your shutter that can be locked in place by rotating like this, and as you can see, now it's in the down position. Here you've got very important button that is going to be used for rewinding your movie. When you are going to press it and hold down, then it's disengaged that mechanical part that is hooking up into film and allow you to spool it back into the film enclosure. Here you've got dial for adjusting shutter speed. We've got a small black dot that is pointing into the corresponding value. To change it, you have to lift it a little bit. As you can see, I'm lifting it upward, and then you can make a change, then rotate it a little bit, and it's going to jump into place. In case you are going to try to move it too much, as in that case, we cannot go from the 500 into B, then you have to go and turn it around just like that. If you are going to force it, then you are going to break the shutter. The 30X is going to be used with a flash. Then you've got that other selector that is going to be used for selecting whether you are using electronic flash or flash that is going to be born. And if you are not using flash, then you are going to leave it any of those two positions. Then we've got our cold shoe mount, and the most interesting part, that is a light meter, and it is quite interesting by design. So it looks a little bit like a needle from a regular meter, and that's most likely what it is. We've got a small cell that is providing voltage, and the needle is going to be deflecting. And you've got that second arm that is purely mechanical. Here you can see the needle, I hope. And your goal is to make that hole go onto your needle, and you should see it inside, and that's when you've got a correct value. Then you've got that part that if you are not interested in using the light meter, you can totally skip, but if you would like to use it, then you've got ability to select what kind of film are you using, and it's got some Russian value and also a DIN. If I'm going to rotate the internal circle, you can select what kind of film are you going to get. Most likely right now you are going to find film in the ISO, so you can convert the ISO to DIN, and you are going to go to select it by that small arrow, as you can see. So how to use the light meter? First you are going to select your movie, then you are going to make sure the needle is inside the hole, and now you are using your light meter. You've got the internal circle that's got those values 2, 2.84, 5.6. Those values correspond to the aperture on your lens, and you are going to be looking, for example, of aperture of 2. Let's assume I use a different film because it's going to be much easier. Then the number 2 is pointing toward 500, and that 500 is our shutter speed that is calculated by that mechanical computer. And you would go like this, and you would select the 500. This is what this analog thinks is going to be the best for that type of film. And if we change to different film by using the internal circle, now the aperture number 2 is telling us that we should use a 30. So we go here and we select 30, and now we are ready to shoot our picture. So it is a little bit of gimmick. You can totally skip it and don't use it. The only thing that you need to control is your shutter speed, your aperture and your ISO, and you are going to be selecting your ISO manually by inserting film that's got a corresponding value. So that can be totally skipped, you can forget it and never use it. If you go to end of your film, then you need to rewind it. You are going to slightly press it in center and rotate it, and then it's going to jump out. Then you press that button over here, and now you can crank your film and rewind it back to the spool. To open the back film cover, you of course do it only when the film is totally rewinded, because you are going to expose your film. You go with your finger here, you pull it, and my film is already exposed from testing, so absolutely no problem. This is what you are going to see. And when it's going to be rewinded, you do not have your film because you crank it up. Then you pull that, just like that, and now you can remove your film entirely. So this is how you do it. When you are moving it, mounting it back, or first time, then you've got those teeth that need to go into the perforation. And you go like this, you lock it in place here. You can try to forward it a little bit. We are making sure that it's nice. You lock it in place, you advance your film, and you can take picture. You advance 2 times and you are ready to go. So this is how it is. Now you've got your ring for focusing. At the distance of 1 meter from the film, you are going to get your perfect focus. Then this is your aperture ring, but it is extremely nicely made, and that's because it's locking in place, and I will show you the very interesting motion. So first of all, you grab it and hold it, and let's go to the maximum possible aperture. So you go like this, and now we've got a 16. This is the maximum that this lens go, and as you can see, it's totally closed. Then I can rotate that ring, and I can go all the way back. So let me show you that. You go like this, you open, you close. And this very interesting mechanical thing, let me go back to 4. Let's go to 4. Now it's going to create a block that don't allow me to go lower than 4. And it is great because when you are looking from the viewfinder, you go with your finger like that. You've got it fully open, and you can make a very easy look for your eye. And then just before pressing shutter, you go like this, you lock it to your 4, you take picture, then you open it, and you nicely see in your viewfinder with a lot of lights. Then you are ready to take next picture, you close it, you take a shot. So absolutely beautiful design. So this is how it presents. In my personal opinion, it is a very nice collection piece. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time, and bye bye.